The Sports Show with Cody Mack.
Coming up from the bottom. I was looking at a hole, so I came up from the bottom. You would have no idea what I'm talking about. Don't worry about it. Just like the innuendo. Wow. Yeah, here we are. Nice, relaxing Monday. Nothing going on. No big old hoops games tomorrow. Nothing exciting that happened over the weekend, right? oh, how I couldn't be more wrong, couldn't be more incorrect. I don't know. Whatever I'm saying, one of those is the right way. And oh boy, did we have ourselves a weekend up here in the Cuse. I'm recovering with no voice. I am drinking out of the Winner's Cup. If you are watching on QSportsTalk.com, let me bring that up. Oh, what is this? I think I'm looking at the the stream manager box. I see my face, but I don't know how to look at. Oh, am I looking at stuff I'm not supposed to? Oh, we should be able to look at a little bit of porn at work. There's that. So, okay. QSportsTalk.com if you want to look in on that and spend the afternoon drinking out of the Winner's Cup with me, you can. We've got all sorts of stuff to talk about. We can talk about the game if you want. I would very much like to hear about a lot of your recollections of watching it at home, watching it up in the Dome, how you felt, because I am extremely happy that I was wrong. I will admit very quickly when I am wrong, and I will admit that I was wrong, and I'm very happy for that. So if you want to call in, 315-437-7644 on the Sports Show. Cody Mack, that is me. QSportsTalk.com, like I was saying. It's ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1. That's where you're listening on the radio again. A lot of wild stuff up in the Dome as I was wrong. I said that Miami could not get out early. They could not score early or else it would be over up in the Dome on Saturday as the biggest game in the history of Syracuse football happened. And for once, it worked out, where I've said that several times this year, and then we had the Pittsburgh thing and some of the other stuff happened where it didn't work out, but Saturday it worked out real well, even though the refs right at the beginning, I know we don't want to, talk negative stuff with such a big victory that's happened, that, again, if you want to call up and talk about, feel free. 315-437-7644. Get it? 44, I paused before. 44, but that penalty at the start of the game after they had the touchdown, Miami had the touchdown, and we came right back and scored one, and they were like, no, too many men in the backfield was such a bogus call. It was another one of those examples where if you want to call it, fine, but be consistent, because that ain't nothing that you guys call ever. The refs have sucked for years, man, and they just got worse and worse every game, and then they just make calls like this now against Syracuse. But Fran Brown was like, nah, we're good. Don't worry about it. That's how you want to have at it, refs, then we will double down. And Syracuse came out firing after that. Down 21-0, and it didn't matter. It didn't matter. Syracuse did real good here, where they had a lot of good stuff happen as opposed to negative stuff. And when it comes to football, that's what you want to happen, including a scoop and score that helped kind of change momentum in a big way for the Cuse.
Snap back, swing pass, near side right to Restrepo. He's hit hard. Ball goes free. Devin Grant's got it. Breaking away to 50. Grant to the 40. Angling left to the 30. 20. It's a foot race. 15. 10. Left sideline. Diving in. Grant, where's the sign? He's got a touchdown.
Touchdown. And that was big because that Restrepo was, he was making some big plays for for Miami. And over the middle, he's just wide open. He had a stupid face. Yeah, so it was good to have him fumble and us pick that up and take that back to help kind of get things going here. And we're just going to play a bunch of random clips because I like hearing stuff that I didn't hear yet. And a lot of this is that because, again, when you're up there or you're watching on TV as opposed to listening on the radio or whatever, you don't get to hear it or see a lot of it. So it's cool to hear some of this. As you had, again, Syracuse beating Miami. I don't even think I said it yet. Syracuse beating the number 6 team in the country. And now poor Miami's not going to get a chance to probably be in the college football playoff. Oh, no. So here's the final call, Matt Park. And then I have ESPN with the final call. A couple, same, results, but from different points of view.
And as the final knee is taken, what a win for the franchise. What a year it has been. The Orange capped the regular season with a 9th win, knocking off number 8 Miami.
Number 8 Miami. Okay, see, I said the wrong thing. I'm sorry. I said it wrong. Okay, and then so Matt Park, again, big play there. There's the final call, and here's this.
A stunner at Syracuse. The Orange come from 21 down and take down Miami.
Wow. And then really after the game is when you kind of had a lot more fireworks happen, which is a lot of fun because you would think that would be the game itself was crazy enough to where the fireworks were all in the field. But then you had a fun stuff where Fran Brown gives Dabo a nice little shout out here at the end of his speech.
Hey, Dabo Sweeney, congrats. I got you in, baby. I'll holler at you later.
You get a shower?
Hey, guess what? I'm getting washed. Hey.
He's the most motivating guy ever. What's the saying? I would run through a wall for him. I would do that because that's a physically impossible feat. But say like there was a sheet of ice that could very well be punched through, I'd punch through it for him if he asked me to. I would do that. After the game, again, Fran is all respect, though. You hear one side of it where he's doing winners get walls, and then he's giving Miami and Mario Cristobal all of the respect.
Man, he's legit. See, Mario Cristobal and his staff, amazing job. That quarterback is, man, he's legit. See, I can't wait to watch him play on Sundays. Really excited about him and his future. The running backs, just the receivers. That little number 3, man, he's something special. 7 did an amazing job also. And then defensively, those guys just did a good job, man. My hat goes off to the defensive staff, Jason Taylor and the rest of those guys on that staff. They did an amazing job, man. And I think that I'm hoping that you guys, they shouldn't be dropped less than 12. So I hope that we get to see those guys in the playoffs because they're an amazing team. You see how they fight. You see how offense can score at any moment. So those guys need to be at least 11, 10 when it comes time to that. And I'm just really proud that I had the opportunity to go against them. It means a lot to myself and to my family.
No, see, I like that. He's all class, man. He can do something like this.
Man, he's legit. See, hey, Dabo Sweeney, congrats. I got you in, baby.
But then, you can compliment and say that Miami's really good. And he wants to see them again in the playoff, which, no, you don't. But I can see what he's going for there. I see he's trying to be a respectful fella. And what's super cool here from the Syracuse side of things is one Mr. Kyle McCord, who, before we get to him, he came from Ohio State, where after that, Ohio State fans and Ohio State the like were like, good, goodbye, see you later, good luck with that. And then Michigan beats Ohio State on Saturday. A terrible Michigan team beats a Ohio State team that has national championship hopes.
Michigan will defeat Ohio State for the 4th consecutive time and denies the Buckeyes a Big Ten title game shot.
Then this all happens.
Is going on the field right now. Michigan tried to plant their flag in the middle of the Ohio State field, and the Buckeyes rushed right to them. And now there's some skirmishes going on the field. An unsportsmanlike gesture by the Wolverines. Unnecessary. They've won the game. No need to be disrespectful.
Someone probably just needs to grab that flag or else this is going to continue to get nasty.
And it does. It does.
incredibly ugly scene for a beautiful rivalry.
And they had to use pepper spray, Ohio State and Michigan, to break them up. Although it was a weird trend on Saturday, there were 4 brawls with teams trying to do that crap where I'm going to plant my flag in the middle of your whatnots. Like Michigan, I know you won the title last year, but you're no good this year. That type of crap is stupid. If you want to do it last year when you were winning, great. But now, what the hell is the point of that? Ohio State, sorry for your loss, guys. Kyle, what do you think about that?
Does it give you any extra satisfaction knowing that the same day you outdueled Cam Ward, beat Miami with this team, that Ohio State scored 10 points and lost to Michigan?
Everything comes full circle.
How many more viral things can this Syracuse team... Like, you could just make millions of dollars off the memorabilia from Fran and Kyle with the quotable quotes that just happen, or the dart and winners that get washed, and now the Dabo thing, this.
Everything comes full circle.
I mean, come on, man. That's so awesome. And he's a humble guy, too. We've had Kyle in here every week, and he's just a wicked cool guy. Chill, just hangs out, talks with Brian Higgins. We'll have all sorts of more coverage of your Syracuse stuff on the 315 in just a little while. But how Kyle McCord wants to be remembered. It's cool. Like I'm saying, he's a humble guy. He's a neat guy. I like hearing him talk and give answers to things.
I just want to be the one who helped bring it back to what it once was. And I think that's a testament to this team. Getting 9 wins this year, I couldn't have done it. With obviously the O-line, the receivers, running backs, all that. And then I think the defense stepped up and played huge today. And I think that was everyone's goal. Obviously wish, we could have a few of those games back and have a chance to play in the postseason. But at the end of the day, I think, this win just kind of shows that Syracuse is for real. And so to be a part of that team that turned things around and, got things going in the right direction, I think that's, that's going to last forever.
And because he's going to go to the NFL, which is crazy because honestly, if you told me going into this year, if I thought that, I might say no, to be honest with you, or maybe he's got a chance, but I don't know if there's a guy that's turned around his draft stock more this year than Kyle McCord, because now absolutely he gets drafted. Absolutely, especially if Tommy DeVito can quit on the Syracuse team and end up on the Giants and play in the NFL, then Kyle McCord absolutely will end up getting drafted, and which is great to say because nobody deserves it more than him. It's so awesome. Him and Allen are definitely going to go to the NFL, and that'd be awesome if they get on like the same team. Want to come on the Cowboys? Huh? But what a motivated team. After being down 21-0, Fran Brown and the boys rally back, get motivated somehow. Because being down 21-0 to Miami, like I said, I thought that was a death wish, man.
We was just doubted. It was just like, okay, y'all doubting us. We cool with that. They talked about Miami coming here and how great they were and all. And, I was like the Miami kids or this. And, I respect Overtown because I go down there. I got friends at Overtown. I hung in the Pork and Bean Project. So, I'm in the mix on all those things like that. But, we go to Miami for vacation. They don't come to Syracuse to vacation. You ride around, see what it's like. We don't come here to vacation. You don't go to Camden to vacation. So it's like don't try and test who we are. I think early in the year somebody talked about Northeast Tough and, what that meant and what that was about. So I just felt like we was just tested again, about how tough we were and our will. And I think that the 21-0 showed that, we won't quit and we'll continue to push.
So yeah, they won't quit, man. They won't quit. A guy that, speaking some funnies here, or not so funny, depending on the way you look at it, I guess, what side you're on. The guy that quits very quickly would be Ibis, the Miami mascot. As not sure if you've seen this, as it's going viral. My stupid ass was unaware of this till earlier today. We've got a reporter in town, a Syracuse alum, that was hit on by Ibis, the stupid Miami mascot, as Ashley Winskowski. Hopefully I didn't butcher her name. Reporter for CNY Central here tweeted out that Sebastian, the Ibis, just kneeled down and asked for my number mid-drive. Feels like he has bigger things to worry about with his team on the ropes in the fourth quarter at the Dome, but who am I to say? Wow, Ibis, you suck. I hate him. I hate that mascot. I hate when he does this stupid thing where he moves his bill. He goes, oh, look at this, I'm a bird. While on the pitch, the unidentified male dressed as the Florida Wetlands wading bird, as reported on the interwebs, broke the rule, it says, and was talking while in costume. Winskowski rejected his advances, and the mascot threw up his hands in defeat, as reported. So he gave up real quick, much like the Miami team when pressed, giving up real quick. Apparently he was yucking it up with Michael Irvin as well. That's not good. That's like the one rule. Maybe we'll talk to her. I wouldn't mind having her on to chat and see what the hell that was about, or how I did. I'm sure she's gotten advancements before. She is a cute lady, so I mean, you can reject. I don't know who. I think I was hacked on the internet one time, or a couple on Instagram or something. So if it was ever like a DM for me, definitely hacked, because that's, you don't ever want to hit on a hot chick, right? But yeah, she also tweeted out that I guess he couldn't watch the fourth quarter. I don't blame him. Oh, burn! The bird got burned. Eat him for Thanksgiving dinner, which was earlier in the week, though. So Miami, sucks to be you, bud. Get it? Sucks to be you. All right. Q Sports Talk. You guys should I come back with something loud? Yo, Miller Moss to the Q's T takes. I saw that. We'll talk about that. I should do something loud. I feel like coming back with something loud. What do we got in here? Oh, I should probably get the other clips ready that I'm actually going to be playing now, huh? There we go. Everything's loaded up. That's a good one. That was rough. Seminoles just look awful this year. They're such a promising team, and now their coach is going to have to suffer and pay for that. I wouldn't be surprised if Mike Norvell gets the boot, man. Not at all would I be shocked if Mike Norvell gets the boot for that. Ace, we were talking about on the morning show this morning, man, or in between on Twitch. I got to get home. I got to get out of here. I got to get home to recruit. I lost out on the quarterback I was working on all year. Now I'm trying to work on, it looks like a package deal a little bit. If I get this running back, I should land his quarterback. Yeah, but Florida State people don't care, T-Takes. They'll pay it. The last guy, Taggart, his buyout was a lot too. The Ace, yeah, I got to get, because the running back's name is Crummy. But the quarterback I'm also looking at, looks like they're in the same, they go to the same city. I don't know how that works. And when the running back looks like he gets more interested, looks like the quarterback's interest goes up. I want the Cowboys to take Travis Hunter. I want the Cowboys to take Travis Hunter. That was my heap for Hunter thing. I wanted the heap for Hunter. I want Travis Hunter. Oh, he lights on the lake. Talk that. But I don't know, man. We'll talk about that, too. It's where now the Cowboys, people are like talking themselves into the Cowboys, finishing with like 8 wins. It's like they were just going to have a top 5 pick. They were just going to have a top 5 pick. What are you doing? Oh! Looks worse than that pizza that poor Jordan had to eat up in the Dome. With a town like Syracuse, that's the pizza you're going to give Jordan? Dome? Come on. Come on. Let's get loud.
This is The Sports Show with Cody Mack.
Suffocate! Eclipsing light! Shine out by every mistake! The winds will wash your cries in the storm of your restless face!
That's a band that had an issue an apology because some of you are squares. Couldn't handle a little knocked loose on your Jimmy Kimmel, you bunch of pansies. ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1, The Sports Show with Cody Mack. We're hanging out here on a Monday, chilly Monday. Oh, my God. All the snow hit overnight so fast. This is the type of music you probably want to have for Wegmans Lights on the Lake. Right, a nice lady singing a nice harmony. No, not so much. Okay, well, I tried. Maybe listen to some Christmas music then while you're going through Lights on the Lake, because it's a gorgeous night for that with all that snow on the ground, that fresh snow. Oh my God, not that good at packing snow though. If you're looking to make like snowballs and whip them at people, or make a snowman, not so much fun. Yeah, I'd make snowmen. So what? It's not the good. It's okay. It's not the best. It's not the best. But you can head on out there tonight. Be a gorgeous night for it. And you got it for a while, but I mean, that'd be great to head on out there tonight with all the snow. Wegmans Lights on the Lake, presented by Upstate Honda Dealers and Upstate Golisano Children's Hospital. As I lean away from the microphone, as I'm not yet done talking, professional broadcaster. Okay, let's see here. Let's talk a little bit of this, a little bit of that, shall we? 315-437-7644. 7644, the big number. As he sips from the winner's cup. That's what I'm drinking out of. It's a Syracuse cup that super sales guy Scott put out there. If you want to talk the SU game, feel free. I'd like to know what your thoughts on it, or how much you enjoyed it, or the atmosphere that you had up in the Dome. It was a wild, raucous afternoon in Syracuse, New York. We're also on Q Sports Talk. That's like Twitch. Everyone over there having a good time. Chatting. We got T-Takes in there. Showgirl Susan is in there. Minnesota Dan, Ryan, Ace, the usual suspects, if you will, inked. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Anatomically correct snowman. Absolutely. What do you think the carrot's for? Duh. Wieners. All right. NFL stuff here. I don't know. Should I work backwards? I don't know. I got this right in front of me, and I have to look all the way for this. Yeah, I might as well. Hold on. Let me just hold on. Because it's probably easier, right? Because there was Thanksgiving. Nah, do this. Shut up and do it the way you were going to do it. Don't second guess yourself. What? See, it's harder when there's no one else to talk to. I just vamp it myself. So, how about this? What we will go with is the Bills 49ers game. I talked next door here. There's a guy named Badger that we work with. I can be careful when I punch the wall or I'm loud, because he'll come over and probably put me through a wall because he's a big fella. He's a big 49ers fan. He was out there last night. He's not yet back today. Maybe we'll get him in here to talk this week just to see what it was like out there for that game, that atmosphere. Looks like he had a great time. I mean, for being a 49ers fan, maybe not the best time. But the Bills last night in a fun snow game, 35-10. Absolutely crazy. And It was quite the game. The 49ers, yeah, they had a lot of injuries, and it wasn't the same 49ers team that you kind of hoped it would be as the year, started. And you're like, oh, the 49ers are coming. Great. But I bet Bills fans don't give an F about that. Why would they care? Oh, man. But, yeah, awesome game up there. Josh Allen had another play that I'd never seen before as this guy just keeps making his case to be the MVP as – you'll hear your voice of the Buffalo Bills, Chris Brown. I don't even know how to explain this. He throws a pass that then gets lateraled back to him, and he scores the touchdown. Just wild. Just when you think you've seen everything from Josh Allen and the Bills.
First and goal from the 7. Allen under center. Takes the snap. Quick hitter. Thrown behind, but somehow caught. And now lateral to Allen. And reaching for the pylon. Are you kidding me? It's a touchdown. Unbelievable. A catch by Amari Cooper. A lateral to Josh Allen. And he runs the remaining 5 yards for the score. Have you ever seen that one before?
I sure haven't. Holy smokes, Chris. What a play.
Sure
Amari
haven't.
Cooper, I didn't even think he's going to be able to catch that football thrown so far behind him. He one-hand catches it, laterals it back to Josh, who's ready for the pitch, who then dives at the pylon one-handed for the score.
That was ridiculous.
Absolutely ridiculous. I'd never seen that myself. So, add that into the things that I have never seen. And then it was pretty funny here. Post-game, Josh Allen and McDermott are doing a post-game, and they interrupt it to make some snow angels here. It's more of a visual, but it's fun, and we're having fun. It's been a great couple of days for New York sports fans, other than Giants fans, up around here in the Q's.
Incredible. Yeah, just incredible. These guys just have great symmetry. They really do, and when you're connected like that, hey, I want to see an angel, a snow angel. Ready? Come on, let's go. Snow angel, come on.
All right.
Here we go. Here it is. They're doing snow angels. Literally doing snow angels.
Coach of the year, snow angel with this guy. Hey, LA, there you go. AFC East champions, snow angels. Listen, you guys are going to Los Angeles. You might leave tonight if you can get out of there, I'm sure, Sean. Congratulations on an incredible night. Thank you for that. That's a first in the history of our show.
Awesome. So much fun. And you're talking about people as MVP. Josh Allen right up in that race, if not first. Saquon, yes, running backs usually don't win this award. So Josh Allen right up there with Lamar Jackson. Maybe even ahead of Lamar Jackson.
Last week it was this three-man race of Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Saquon Barkley. I think because of the way that Lamar played and then the way that Josh Allen played and the amount of touchdowns he accounted for, it feels like really a two-man race right now. And I would say Josh Allen right now, it's his MVP to lose.
Let me show you the odds right now. I can put up the MVP odds. Josh Allen does now lead the pack and is a substantial favorite to win MVP. Saquon Barkley, however, is now second. He has the second shortest odds at ESPN Bet to win MVP, as you see, followed by Goff and Lamar Jackson. We know that this this is basically a quarterback award. But right now, let's put the picks up. I asked everybody for their picks. Rex, we just saw Saquon. We just saw Josh Allen. Right now, you're going Josh Allen.
I'm going MVP. Josh Allen. I've been doing it all season. He should have won it last year. It shouldn't have even been close. But again, now finally people recognize that this is the best player in the National Football League. And I never said it just best quarterback. He's the best player. And I've said it for years.
Yeah, Rex Ryan. All right, bud. No saying that you weren't. Oh, my goodness. And then here, another post-game speech, because you know I love myself some poached eggs. Post-game speech, Sean McDermott in there with the Bills after they clinched the AFC East.
Everybody put your hand up right here, man. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row division titles, man. 5 in a row, man.
Thank you.
And 7 out of 8 years in the playoffs, man. Right? 7 out of 8 years. I'm going to tell you what, man. Cherish these moments. Because it doesn't happen every year. It doesn't happen everywhere. And cherish each other. Look to the man on your left.
Yeah.
Tell him you love him, man.
I love you.
Tell him you love him, huh?
I love you guys.
It is about the journey and the moments, man. I promise you. I'm 50 years old, man. I know. Oh. You gotta just the moment. You really do, because it goes by fast.
He's 50 years old, and the Bills are heading on the playoffs. Wow, what a victory. More NFL talk after this. ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1. And a partridge in a pear tree. Burp. The old hook and ladder, yeah. Christian McCaffrey, unfortunately, going down in this game. MCL injury. That guy, what a rough year, man. That sucked. That definitely sucked. You got yourself a little bit of ice on the lake, do you, man? Oh, right. Yeah, T-Takes. I mean, I get it, why they don't want chairs. But it's like, come on, man. Who cares? People going to get real rowdy for the Avril Lavigne show or Cody Jinks or whatever his name is. Listen to this guy.
Sessions to Blue Moon Yoga and Movement Studio in Liverpool for only $25. Blue Moon Yoga and Movement Studio is the newest expansion of Blue Moon Apothecary and Wellness Center.
See, there, now I don't have to talk Salt City Eats deals. Now you guys can go there. Now you heard them, see? I think it's literally just because they want the Power Amp likes to make money, T-Takes. They like cash. Are there tissues over here? Man, I gotta blow my nose. Gotta blow my nose. BRB. Still wearing a scarf. It's not really cold enough in here to wear a scarf. It's just very comfortable. Orange Nation tomorrow. There you go. Me and Jordan host that, then I go home. I don't like. No, actually, no. Tomorrow I'm not going to be here. We have our holiday party, and I'm like, man, I'm going to that. Sorry, Ryan. I didn't watch Survivor Series yet. I got to go home and watch that, man. I haven't watched it yet. I'm so behind on wrestling because I want to talk wrestling here. Ooh, Susan, I didn't look. I'll go look. I didn't look. I'll check next. I didn't see. Was it good? I'll watch it. I'll watch it. Oh, Kevin's got to get some blood work.
Shaking
The Sports Show with Cody Mack.
I think they're talking about NFL games. Get it? Break it down. Oh, okay. Whatever. No big deal. Here we are. It's the Sports Show. ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1. Fade that out. Thank you. 315-437-7644. If you want to call and talk any of the things. Buffalo Bills last night. You got a small victory up in the Dome. Just kidding. Biggest game ever. Cuse beating Miami. Thank God. No at-large bid for the stupid-ass Hurricanes. Their mascots hitting on our news reporters. But yet, we learned, did not hit on our own people. A little concerning. No big deal. We've got sideline reporters down there, and our guy Tim didn't get hit on by a weird bird, but that's okay. All right, let's get back to some NFL stuff, as you had games all over the place here because of Thanksgiving. So NFL, it's got that stranglehold in Thanksgiving, and they're branching out to Black Friday and Christmas. Christmas is going to have two bitchin' games, by the way. And Thursday started out with a debacle, as the poor Chicago Bears continue to do everything they can to stunt the growth of Caleb Williams as they lose 23-20. But there was such a crazy ending to this game as the clock was winding down. They had timeout. They could have called the timeout. Instead, they run this weird bomb, and it's incomplete. And Matt Eberflus survived long enough to give a press conference, and then they fired him. Which is baffling, because I'm shocked that he's been able to make it this long, because that guy, you don't start over again with something like that with a coach, and then you get a new quarterback. Like, you start out with new everybody, but, they're like, no, it should be fine. Everything will be good. It's not. He's gone. He's fired. Matt Eberflus. Sorry, but it didn't work out. You'll be an offensive coordinator somewhere in the SEC soon enough, I'm sure. The end of the night saw on Thanksgiving the Packers just whoop up on the Dolphins, as I think that run for the Dolphins is probably over, right? I would say they had a little run there where they were trying to kind of get in the playoffs. If they could win out enough as a high-powered offense, they probably could have, but no, I think it's it for them. And then the Cowboys, smack dab in the middle of the GD day. You stupid sons of bitches. Win a game again. And now people are talking themselves into the Cowboys. Well, maybe they could be an okay team. Would it be like 8-9, 9-9, 9-8, whatever the hell it is? Are you kidding me? We were about to get a top 5 draft pick. We're going to have a top 5 draft pick. And now we're talking about, well, I mean, they're not going to make any noise in the playoffs. Well, no, they could make the push. Why are we doing this to ourselves? This is such a Cowboys thing to do, as they went on Thanksgiving 27-20 over the Giants, where they still let Drew Lock scramble around on them, make them look all sorts of stupid while we're praising the defense. And now people are talking themselves into the Cowboys because Micah Parsons said, here we go. Maybe he's just talking himself into being traded to a contender at the end of the year. I don't know, man, but I don't know how we're talking ourselves into the Cowboys.
My only thing I could say,
I stuttered too.
Let's be about it, but I guess Cowboys think they're maybe going to go on a run. Winning one game at home is maybe a good head start.
So I'm going to say this, though. When you say don't talk about it, be about it, I have to give respect to Michael Parsons because he's been about it. He totally wrecked the game against the Washington Commanders. He was in the backfield constantly against the New York Giants. And the one thing that you can say about this Dallas Cowboys team is that they are competing. And yes, we can say that this is the first game that they've won at home, but they went on the road and played the Washington Commanders, who has one of the best young quarterbacks in the game, a coach in Dan Quinn, who's leading a team and changing an organization, and they found a way to win. Even when it got bleak, we watched Kevontae Turpin make a huge play to get a kickoff to score. Even when they go and tie it up or be one down, now you get the onside kick. They recover the onside kick and run it back. And so this is the team that's not giving up. And when he says they can make a run, we know this team can't win a Super Bowl. This team couldn't win a Super Bowl when they had their quarterback. But right now, this team is fighting. this team is playing, and for a coach that we sort of knew was a lame duck coach coming into the season, who Michael Parsons didn't necessarily back with his Zach Martin comments, he actually has this team playing extremely hard, and I respect that from the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, my God. They're just talking themselves into it for heartbreak. I mean, their schedule up next. Who do they play next? I don't know. The Bengals on Monday night. So they'll get trounced by the Bengals, in which we will talk about leading into next week, because that game is going to be special. The Simpsons are going to animate all over that. It's the whole thing. We'll talk about it. And then maybe we can get away from the Cowboys talk of them being contenders or anything like that, because you just can't. You can't. They can't. Please just go back to being real bad and get us a top 5 pick. Oh, my God. We're here broadcasted live from the Harding Bazzotti Studios. It's about the only normal thing, because things just keep getting wackier for the Chiefs as we move on in the NFL, as they played on Black Friday. Because, of course, you got to have an NFL game at 3 p.m. on a Friday. And actually, it turned out to be a really good game here. But the Chiefs somehow, again, pull this out. That's what she said. 19-17. The last 2 minutes of this game, absolutely wild. Let's just listen here as the Raiders are about to drive all the way down the field from about, the 10 or something? Awesome drive. Aiden O'Connell leads them all the way down, only for a crazy penalty to happen as the center for the Raiders ends up pre-snapping the ball before the quarterback is ready, which would be a penalty. There's illegal movement. However, when he does this, the Chiefs recover the ball, but it doesn't matter, right? Because it's a penalty on the Raiders, right?
O'Connell, guy has not played football with a broken thumb, has had no chance other than to work his mind to stay sharp in this game, and flawlessly moves this offense into field goal range.
It would be a 50-yard field goal from here. Drops it. Flag is thrown, though. Flag will stop it. 4 seconds went off the clock, but what is the call?
This center he's a rookie. He snapped the football. I don't know what he thought he heard. The Raiders weren't even lined up. It's got to be on the Raiders for not even having a chance to get lined up.
This crowd couldn't hurt anything. Jackson Powers Johnson is the center.
And he snaps it when quarterback isn't ready.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, legal.
They're all confused. Nobody knows.
The Raiders didn't have a chance to get set. The ball
Here
is
comes
snapped.
the crowd. They're booing. Oh, poor Chiefs fans.
It was a 2nd and 3.
That's how crazy this is. This is all in live time, guys.
It's stopped by firing it, so there will not be a 10-second runoff.
This is all happening. I didn't edit this so you can see how crazy this is.
I'm not sure Jackson Powers Johnson, what made him think to snap that ball, just bounced off the chest of O'Connell.
Illegal shift on the offense. That penalty's declined. The Chiefs did recover the backwards pass and take over first down.
Whoa, on top of it.
Wow.
The backwards pass? You mean the snap? They recovered the snap? Which I guess is a fumble, right?
But just talking about the command that Aiden O'Connell had, and he did. This is not on O'Connell. I don't mean to put it all on Jackson Powers Johnson. Something made him want to snap this football. O'Connell's not expecting it. He's surveying the defense. There's the ball. It's snapped. Rest of the offensive line surprised as much as anybody.
And I don't know. I don't know the NFL rules enough to know what the hell just happened. Because that was it. Chiefs recover. Game over. 19-17. I don't know how they do it, man. It's absolutely wild. I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense here. As we move on here throughout the rest of the NFL, here's some other games. A wild game. I know I'm saying that, and that's kind of weird to say. A wild game. You'd think of all games to go on to next. I wouldn't do this one. But Panthers and Bucks, as they have a crazy kind of fourth quarter here, as Bucky Irvin gets a touchdown for the Bucks to put the Bucks up 17-16 over the Panthers. And then Chase McLaughlin gets a field goal, 2016 Tampa Bay, all in the fourth quarter still. And then Adam Thielen here with like 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter catches a touchdown from Bryce Young here to put the Panthers back up. But then the Bucs kick a field goal with 30 seconds left because Baker Mayfield cannot be stopped. And even though they thought that was it, he leads them right down and they get a field goal. And then in overtime, the Bucs kick a field goal. Tampa Bay wins 26-23, and which was a pretty crazy game. And good for Bryce Young in this game because he was benched, and then he comes back in and has 298 passing yards, second most in his career. Poor guy. He could have had such a good year, but then he got benched. But oh, who cares? Maybe that's something to build off of. Good for him. Good for him. And then another game, you had the Eagles and the Ravens 24-19 as old Saquon Barkley does it again, man. He has been unstoppable. I wish I had him on the Cowboys. It's not all that fair. But yeah, you get the Ravens disappointing, man. They just keep stumbling again as you had the QB. Or the QB. Hold on, I'm trying to vamp again as I didn't know. There it is. There we go. Yeah, Justin Tucker missed a couple field goals that could have put the Ravens up and maybe not had them in the position that they were in because that hurt them missing those field goals. As Saquon was good, the rest of the Eagles' offense not so much.
In a matchup between two of the best teams in the AFC and NFC, the Ravens fell to the Eagles 24-19 at home. Baltimore led by 2 possessions early, but the Eagles responded by holding the Ravens' offense in check, put the game away with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run in the fourth. Nick Sirianni's at the mic.
Nick, how do you think you guys did in matching their physicality?
Pretty good.
That was it. Yeah, and have they been a disappointing team this year? The Ravens, all the ESPN guys are saying, yeah, and I agree, because you've got Derrick Henry, you've got Lamar Jackson, that defense is unstoppable, and they keep kind of struggling. You shouldn't have to worry about Justin Tucker kicking field goals. You should be able to keep up with the Eagles' scoring power. So that was kind of disappointing there. As the game itself, though, was very good. Possibly a game of the day in what was a very eventful NFL Sunday. You also had the Rams taking down the New Orleans Saints. Injury there. Taysom Hill kind of do it all for the Saints going out for the year. Blew out his D. Rams were shut out in the first half of that for the first time in the regular season under Sean McVay. That's kind of interesting, fun little stat, right? Yes, it was. Let's see what else we got. Oh, let's come back and talk about this. Teaser! They could have everybody over on the Giants after this. All right, how much time we have left on that? Let me see. Oh, well, I hope you guys had a fun break on Thanksgiving. What up, Malloy? Every day. Were you up there, Malloy? Good. Glad you got up there. Glad you got up there. Oh, it's Subscriber Monday, guys. Don't forget. I don't know what you'd win now, though. I'm assuming there's no more Coach's Sports Show, I would imagine. Something with football or basketball? Susan, they got a bowl game left. Right, Dan? It's crazy. What a day. Autry starts this week. Thank you, Vando. Glad you at least know my job. I don't know. These guys do stuff. They're all busy fellas. When's the Brewfest? Oh. Ooh. Georgia, Texas. Saturday at 4.
This is the Sports Show with Cody Mack.
Here we are. Powered by DVOffers.com. Powered by Drivers Village. Make sure you guys hit up Lights on Lake tonight. That's going to be a lot of fun. Good night for that with all of the snow. ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1. 315-437-7644 if you want to get on the line for the second show coming up after this with 315 with Brian Higgins. He will be taking your phone calls, I'm sure, and talking all SU sports. This guy went to the rival of Syracuse that we actually helped get into the college football playoff bracket, possibly with Clemson and Trevor Lawrence as we talk NFL for another couple seconds.
Rolling to his left, looking down. Trevor's looking. He wants to run it to midfield. Slides out. Oh, he got drilled. What in the world? He absolutely got drilled, and there's a melee, and I don't blame him. He slid to the ground. He's still on the ground. That's about as cheap a shot as you'll ever see in the NFL.
It's a brawl. It's a flat-out brawl. And Evan Ingram went at the linebacker. The linebacker, Azeez Al-Shaair, hits Trevor Lawrence as he's going feet first down to the ground, and I think Trevor got KO'd.
And he did. He absolutely did. Trevor Lawrence, though, I guess he says he's okay. He will be good, but man, he took a wallop there as the Texans win 23-20, but not really the story when you got stuff like that happening, man. How crazy was that? It was such a shot. It looked scary. Did that thing where his hands get kind of stuck because of the concussion. Yeah, the Commanders taking down the Titans as they needed a nice bounce-back game, big-time bounce-back game. You had the Seattle Seahawks. They were down to the Jets, but bounced back, and they win 26-21. Poor Aaron Rodgers. I don't know what we're going to do with you as he throws a pick six. How do you throw a pick six to a lineman? Longest return for my lineman in NFL history.
Seahawks load the line and bring pressure. Rodgers has it picked off by Leonard Williams. Just the second interception of a Big Cat's career. Is he going to take it to the house? His game on a huge play.
And then they go on to win, like I said. Pretty wild, man. You also had the Steelers beating the Bengals, and maybe we'll talk a couple days about the Bengals wasting Joe Burrow. Vikings get the win as well. Colts take down New England, and the Chargers take down Kirk Cousins, who's thrown 0 touchdowns in 3 games. That ain't good. All right, guys, we'll see you Wednesday on the Sports Show, ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1.